Niggas gotta go ahead and flow in the spirit then, man. What's going on YouTube in today's video, man? You know, brothers gonna be talking about relationship dynamics, things that brothers need in order to, be not held valuable, like things brothers need as far as just essentials, like having your own crib and having your own car, essentials in order, to get a woman on your program, right? To get a woman more agreeable to come and follow you, right? So the conversation me and my brother was having, brother on the phone right now, man. Look at the Ak, man, making some fool, man.
Shalom.
But like I'm saying, right? Brothers are simply just talking about relationship dynamics and how, women always try to gain a certain edge on somebody. Like a woman would just try to keep trying to shift the power dynamic, trying to hold you down, trying to, when I say hold you down, kind of make you a hoe, and you can't allow a woman to infringe on what you want to do as a man, right? You can't allow a woman to do that because you know what, then it's gonna, it's gonna start getting worse, right? Woman potentially gonna start trying to, a woman gonna potentially start thinking, okay, I control this nigga every move.
Right. That's the thing. That's really every woman. Every woman really. Well, I wouldn't say every woman, because it's a really broad statement. But I say most women, if they know it subconsciously, or is it subconscious, or they constantly doing it, they all enact these very same things. And basically it's just seeing if you as a man, do you have the ability to say no? And it's not just saying no on things that's just irrational, but things that, that you, are you going to stand up and correct her when you feel as though she's in error? Or is you just going to sit back and let her do everything she wants, have free reign, do no type of guidance, no type of boundaries? She wants to see if, as a man, are you going to stand about some principle? And they honestly, it's right for them to test you on that, because it shows your characteristics and your principles, your standards, and is it up to you if you're going to allow or you going to fall for it?
And to add to the brother point, it's just like, like, bro, they gonna test you regardless, nigga. You might as well get an understanding from me and Day Day on how to pass these tests with flying colors, right? Don't get deceived and captivated by niggas' ages, right? Because this understanding that niggas can be 40, 50, 60 and be, and just, I don't even just want to generalize and say just be soft as shit. Just don't understand how to be a man as far as stand on what they truthfully believe momentarily, not even momentarily, because this is a lifetime thing, right? You're going to be tested a lot, like women are going to test you, nigga, your whole life.
We call them brothers game goofy.
Niggas that's game goofy, right? But here's the thing, right? On this channel, we gonna be exhilarating, this level of understanding, this prolific, voiceful understanding that we got when it comes to these relationships, and how relationships nowadays are so they're so flimsy, right? Because it's no foundation, right? The foundation is very weak. It's a weak foundation, and that's why any man can come and just sweep your bitch up. Your bitch is in the room getting bust all over her face now.
Because as a man, you stand for nothing. As a man, could we even call you a man if you stand for nothing? You have your woman, she's turning you into a female slowly and slowly every day. She wants you to do this. She wants you to do this. She wants you to do that. And honestly, everything your woman asks of you, you are not obligated to fulfill. Especially if these things go against your code of conduct. or if you feel as though this is not the way that you feel like the relationship should operate, or the positions the relationship holds, But if you don't have no principle, you gonna eventually she gonna take away your masculinity piece by piece until eventually it's gonna be two women in a relationship. And then you wondering why your woman don't want to be in a relationship with you no more, because you don't represent no masculine energy no more. You don't exemplify a man. You exemplify a woman. Your constant arguments with her. You call her out of her name. Some men even go as far as to put their hands on women because they so weak mentally. They're not emotionally and mentally developed enough to be able to put someone in their place, using your words and your minds. So they feel as though they have to do it physically because they lack in most cases the intelligence to be able to, effectively do it to the way they want. So it really just shows the characteristics of you as a man, if you allow, your woman to just usurp authority over you and a lot of things.
And you know what? And this is when, it's situations like your woman is postponing sex from you. Your woman is not as freaky as she was at the start of the relationship, right? Because perceivably to her, she felt like, no, she thought that you was a masculine man and you was standing on all 10 and you was ready to lead her. But as she texted you throughout the relationship, nigga, it was a lie. So guess what? Now that treatment that fast start treatment she had at the start, it gets watered down. You don't get that sloppy, she don't get that sloppy in the bed, with you. She don't want to have sex with you every day. You don't get that same treatment that you got at the start of the relationship because she's weakening you. She's dumbing you down. She's fucking your masculinity up. Because here's the thing, in the society that we live in, it's frowned upon to be disagreeable, right? If you agree, that's why when I hear this dumbass saying that bitches say, like, when I hear this dumbass saying that women say, like, they say happy wife happy life, I can't stand that dumbass shit because it's not true, right? They said that same, look, man, I heard that same dumbass shit when I was growing up, and that household is no longer standing.
It's no longer standing.
It's no longer standing, right?
Come on, man. We got a lot of these game goofy brothers. It's like, man, the Bible, it's the first lesson of the Bible. This is the first lesson of the Bible. Adam and Eve, they had everything they could ever desire for. Everything they ever could want it. It wasn't enough for Eve. Eve wanted more. And that exemplifies every woman, and that's it. It's a pitiful thing, but if you was a real man, you was sub reality, and you operate based on reality. So we don't cry about it. We just we act accordingly. So we know that it's never gonna be a happy wife, happy life. This it's almost impossible to seek that. What you need to seek is foundations where you think y'all gonna move in a progressive, prosperous life. And if she doesn't have values in the sense of being able to recognize that goal as something that she sees for herself, you have to act accordingly and find someone who can fulfill that position and actually gain happiness from being in that position. That's what be a problem with a lot of you boys. Y'all pick women that they look good, but is this actually a good woman? Do y'all values align? A lot of times y'all values don't align. You just like her face, but you really don't like her mind. You don't even like the woman, So it's like you got to be able to pick the right woman for you and operate in your position and have her operate in her position. But I know you had something to say about that, brother.
Well, yeah, just to add to the brother point, right? Proverbs chapter 31, verse 3. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. So the scripture is saying, the way in which a man could operate, as far as you folding and you bending your will, you know, to satisfy this every woman's needs. Scriptures say this have destroyed kings, nigga. This have destroyed kings. Kings. People that have positions. Hey, look, people that have positions to rule huge societies, right? People that are the head honcho. This way have taken kings down. So what nigga? What do you think it's gonna do to you?
That's a beautiful point. That's just why the scriptures is just so deep within wisdom. You know, he's like, how could you even, you know, even if you're not a religious person, the deep wisdom that these scriptures hold, it shows the significance and the power behind it. Because it's like not understanding that concept. Just not understanding that concept has destroyed kings. Not understanding the concept that a happy wife that doesn't exist. There's no such thing as that, because there's always going to be more that she seeks for, and that's just within her nature. That's how God made them. You know, women are hypergamous. You know, we don't cry about it. We act accordingly. So it's like I can't blame her for this, but the thing is, I'd be wrong as a man for us to allow her to indulge in this, because it's not going to only lead her to destruction. It's going to lead us to destruction. And the thing is, if you're not a good leader, if you're not able to discern what's going to be prosperous for your woman, your relationship, and for the family as a whole. So yeah, man, just understanding that simple concept could destroy kings.
And you know what, bro? I might end it right here, but I'm gonna start up a new video, so it will be broken down in sections. You know, you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.